Good evening, YouTube. It's me, the Scoundrel M, and I'm playing Dwarf Fortress. Isn't that exciting? I'm 3 sheets to the wind, half cut, and other mathematical drunken metaphors. But that is a benefit, because dwarves, if nothing else, love their booze. They love their ale. Water doesn't satisfy them. They need that little bit of alcohol, that little bit of carbon chain spirit. That's what they want. And here right now, I mean, I've got it, so, and I'm effectively their god, so I think it seems like the world is aligning. My needs, their needs, they're all coming together, and everything's going to be splendid and grand. Isn't that right? A good evening, Singor. Alright, let's crack on and see what we're doing. Sorry, there's a little bit of that vacant staring I promised earlier before I started recording. The live viewers, they're all rolling in the aisles for that callback. Sorry. Let's continue. Let's recap. Right, down here, I remember pressing the wrong key. I remember building farms. Not the grandest farming ever. It's not industrial scale farming for any stretch of the imagination, but nonetheless, it's producing plump helmets, not pump helmets. It's producing plump helmets, and therefore providing me with something that I can distill with. Now, something I haven't done, which I've seen people doing in other YouTube videos of Dwarf Fortress, is used my stockpile screen to forbid the use of plump helmets as food rather than brewing materials. Because I can probably slaughter enough stuff and lay enough eggs. Not personally, obviously, I've got turkeys that will do it for me. I mean, asking me to lay an egg is a pretty tall order. I don't think I could manage it. We'd need an extremely large research budget to alter my genes enough that I could lay an egg. Then again, if anyone's got that kind of budget, I mean, I might want to discuss the terms of what we're actually going to try to achieve. Laying an egg seems a little bit weird, to be honest. You know, if we've got that kind of money and we're willing to take those kind of blue sky thinking jumps into the unknown, you know, I'm on board. Like, please experiment on me. But you know, the actual egg laying idea, let's leave that one behind. Okay. Plymouth, that's quite a long way. It's quite a long way. I'm quite near London, and although I've been to Plymouth, I have no idea what direction that would be in. And I've got my headphones in. No way I'd hear. But at least you can try. That's the main thing. Shouting into the void, as I have done many times on Twitch, can be quite beneficial psychologically. Although, obviously, that doesn't show. So, yeah, I've babbled enough. Let's actually do some Dwarf Fortress, because otherwise this is all for naught. Okay, so down here they're still digging out my level, which was going to be my industrial level, I believe. I was going to put my workshops up here, and I was going to put my stockpiles down here. And down here, I have dug, pardon these hiccups, oh dear, damn you bear. I've dug this corridor, off of which there are a couple of little bedrooms here, which I'm probably going to extend out to include offices and dining rooms. Although it's probably better that they dine with everybody else. I don't want to segregate my nobles that badly, otherwise they won't know anyone. Okay, anyway, what am I talking about? We've got the dormitory here. This is our kitchen and still, and this is the best Dwarf Fortress music ever. It's absolutely brilliant. West, of course it's west. That way. It is that way, I tell you. Yeah, so we've got our stockpiles here, which hold the different kinds of things that are being made, like the meals that we're cooking and the booze that we're brewing. And I think really I've gazed vacantly at the screen long enough and waffled on endlessly long enough that I think it's time to unpause it. So let's quickly allow my dwarves to start moving, and we can think on the fly. We'll let things progress. They've clearly dealt with that bear, but no one's dealt with the corpse. That's what's bothered me. Of course, anyone who's watching this is the first video they're coming across, and not having watched the previous parts of the series. This bear met a rather unfortunate demise. Oh, hello. Digging cancelled. Damp stone. Ah, bum to your damp stone. I'm telling the story of the dead black bear. Here we go. The dead black bear. What was I saying? Of course, the dead black bear, last time, was beaten to death by my dwarves with their bare hands, as in the previous session they did with a cougar, which is interesting. It's become somewhat of a tradition in the fortress. I'm hoping this time we'll get away with not beating anything to death, and also I'm hoping we'll get away with forging some weapons, so the next creature is more comprehensively sliced than pummeled. Disaster. Singles Flash player has crashed. When will you move to HTML5, Twitch? When will you move? Yeah, stupid Firefox, but it's still good. Sorry, I'm just having a little boogie here. I've decided to abandon my narration, or my little oratory moment. Enough of your damp stone nonsense. And just have a little bop from side to side in the time to the music. What? No, I've got to pay more attention. Dancing isn't doing any good. I'm looking into the camera and going, hey, this is really good, social interaction, and I'm ignoring the game. We'll still dig out this damp stone stuff, don't you worry. I'll just look at the word pause, because when it turns to resume I can press spacebar. Come on, dig, dig, dig. Let me go up a few levels. Oh, I don't have to go up a few levels, I have to go up one level. That whole area is going to be just damp stone mania. We don't want damp stone mania. We essentially want to avoid damp stone. No, don't run away. The miners dug one little measly block out of that whole area. I need that area dug out because I'm putting my turkeys in there, and they're going to be a-laying. They're going to be laying eggs all over the place, and we're going to be eating so many omelettes you will go mental. Utterly bereft of your wits. I think it's taking too long waiting for stuff to happen, so I'm going to quickly get a workshop. And it's going to be a metalsmith's forge. We've already got a metalsmith's forge. Where's that? Obviously not been paying enough attention to what I've been doing. Worrying state of affairs. I must have built it up here last time. Okay, so we want to build weapons. I would like to build something out of copper, because I think we've got plenty of copper. And I would like to build a battle axe or two. Yeah, let's do that again. And again. And again, how many battle axes can we have? This is actually a surplus to our requirements, but we can always sell them. Or maybe more migrants will come and they will be granted copper battle axes upon their joining of the militia. That'd be nice, won't it? Everyone armed to the teeth. Okay. Not much happening so far, but that's good. Things happening is usually detrimental to the fortress. Peace and quiet is the time you're able to develop in. Okay, not much going on up here at the moment. And most of our dwarves seem to be staying fairly firmly indoors, he says, as this guy wanders out. Who are you? What are you doing out here? Ah, you're grabbing wood. That's alright. You can be forgiven. Sometimes the urge to grab wood becomes irresistible, and also sometimes the urge to make smutty puns becomes irresistible. And I cave in. This has suddenly got very metal, hasn't it? Very hair metal. It's all very Dragon Force, if you ask me. What's going on with this music? Why is it so quiet? Let me see if I can bring this up in the mix a little bit. Please do tell me if I've brought it too high in the mix. I don't want to be drowning myself out. That would be ridiculous. We've got some sheep here that we can slaughter for meat. Perhaps I should begin shearing and milking these, because that's a resource untapped. And cheese is, of course, food. Enough of your damp stone shenanigans. If I could tell you to stop saying that, I would. Okay. So we're digging out the storage areas. Very good. Oh. The alcohol has dulled my reflexes to a level where I can't quite respond quick enough to make pauses. There we go. Maybe we can bring some of our industry down here. I'll put the mason's workshop down here for starters, that's a good idea. Build, workshop, mason, and the mason's workshop can go here. And we'll build it out of microlime. Means once they've dug this area here out, we'll be able to make that a stone storage area, and perhaps put a stone crafts workshop here. We'll see. We'll see. miners disappeared for a moment there, ran upstairs. I took a sip of tea and they abandoned their posts, leaving the screen completely unanimated and me silent, making it really bum to watch. Okay, our food stockpile here is looking a little bit thin. That's a bit worrying. What have we got here? That's just the remains of a two-legged rhino lizard, of course. We've got some spice barrels, meat barrels. Okay, is there anything that we can butcher? Let's have a quick look at the animal screen and see what we've got. We've got stray dogs. I'd rather train than butcher them. Stray cats. Stray ewes. Okay, they already came with us. They're acclaimed for. We want them breeding and being milked. Turkey hens, can't really slaughter them. They're for eggs. Horses. Horses are eminently edible. They've been in British lasagnas for years without anybody even noticing, and frankly, that's good enough reason for me. Let's go. 2 horses, done. A duck, that's a pet. We're not killing that. That could cause serious bad thoughts. Okay, lambs, kittens. Well, the lambs we want to grow up and shear. And that's all the animals. All we can slaughter is horses. Never mind. Horse slaughter is slaughter enough for me. Okay, I feel like I'm not doing enough, but I can't really do anything until the miners have finished digging this area up, which they appear to have abandoned all hope of doing. What's this about, guys? Guys? Ah, it's all this damp stone shenanigans, isn't it? Well, you can stick that damp stone right up your bum, because I'm having none of it. Let's cancel these stone digs. Like you say, it's more about surviving and lasting and having your fortress abide. There are things you can do, like there's stuff to discover. I know for a fact that if you dig deep enough, there's all sorts of stuff going on. But just sustaining a living fortress is task enough as it is, and I haven't actually mastered that by any stretch of the imagination. But I haven't really paid much attention to the the greater world of Dwarf Fortress. I'm just still trying to get up to speed. But I'm not doing too badly. I mean, my fortresses go beyond a few migrant waves. Although anytime combat comes up, I'm usually stuffed. In fact, I should start training my militia now, shouldn't I? I've actually built the barracks. It's right here. It was the first structure we created, and it's got armour stands in it. So let's. Actually, have I actually got a squad already? I have. The turquoise ores. Let's look them up, see what they are. Right, it's one guy who's a miner. Okay, well that's unacceptable. We're going to get rid of him, and we're going to fill the squad position with... who have we got? There we go. Talented wrestler, not a wrestler, novice wrestler, not wrestler, novice wrestler, adequate wrestler, not wrestler, proficient wrestler, not wrestler, not wrestler. Most of these guys aren't wrestlers. He's the only real talent in them amongst them. He's proficient though. What does he do? He's a miller. Let's look at Tirist Nokimamam and see how he fares in the usefulness stakes. What was his name again? Tirist Nokimamam. Here we go. Tirist Ochre Curls. Let's have a look at your social skills. Are absolutely abominable. Nothing apart from an observer. Oh. Watching from afar. Ah, well, maybe life in the military will do you good. I mean, I doubt it. It can be lethal, but you're a level 5 fighter. Dark secrets, Tirist. You seem to be suited for a life in the armed forces. Oh, look at me. I'm an evil recruiter. I'm finding young people to send off to war. That level 1 carpentry, you don't need that. That's not going to kill anyone. Milling? Forget about it. That's a daydream now. Days gone by. Mechanics? Nah. No, you are now in the military. Whoa, you're in the army. Now. Tirist Ochre Curls. Currently drinking. Well, she's about to find the king's shilling at the bottom of her cup. Let's commit these changes. There she is. She's wondering why she has no labours now. Who am I? What am I? Why don't I have any labours? Because you are the leader of our fine army, the turquoise ores, and once those axes are forged, you will have one. You will wield it in battle on the name of Cryptbeards, that's what we're called. Man. Too drunk. Oh, more damp stone. I went off on a little musical reverie, and now I fear the legal wrath of whatever entity owns the rights to those songs. What have I done? How could I possibly have the temerity to sing copyrighted material? Mind you, there's already that worry the Disney lawyers will come along. I can't remember why, but I'm sure I was worried about it. Come on people, let's dig out this damp stone. There's just a pond above. As long as we don't channel through, everything will be fine. I think you're just being a little bit too timid about this. You're dwarves, come on, you're not elves. You know about digging. You can dig around that wet patch. I'm about to commit a cardinal sin on Twitch. I'm about to eat some food live on air. Excuse me, but I'm hungry. Okay, bear with me. I'll just mute the microphone so you don't have to put up with my chewing. Ooh, quite delicious. I'm eating Reese's peanut butter cups. Not the finest cuisine the world has ever presented humanity with, but I quite like them. And if Hershey's ever tried to use that slogan, shame on you, you thieves. You only had to ask. Excuse all the horrible slurping and swallowing noises that the microphone might be picking up now. I definitely shouldn't have done that, but I did, so unfortunately you're going to have to live with it. Ho! Hey! Ho! Ho! Look at this! Pause the game. They appear to have constructed the turkey quarters. So, let's set a zone. This zone right here. This zone be pasture. Is that the right one? No, that's pit or pond. Pasture is N. We'll set the pasture information. We're going to put the turkeys in there. Here we go. Turkey number 1, turkey number 2, turkey number 3, turkey number 4. A turkey gobbler, he makes 5. Let's get in there. So we need 4 nest boxes. Okay, I built quite a few more than that, never mind. So here we go. Build. Where's the nest box? Nest box, nest box. That nest box, there we go. Capital N. And we'll put them here. Here, uh-oh, and here. And actually, seeing as we've built them, we may as well build more, because there'll be more turkeys. We've brought a gobbler along. I'm sure he'll fertilise some of those eggs, and we'll end up with little baby turkeys. Okay. And hopefully, this will yield eggs. And we want eggs, because eggs are a very good basic food to have in your stockpile. Meals can be made, and nourishment can be had. Okay. They're placing the nest boxes. No one's taking the turkeys through yet. Oh, hang on. No, this guy's coming in. There's one turkey in its pasture. We've got doors to place there. I feel like I want to lock them in for no good reason. There we go. And then we'll make those pet forbidden. Ah, Specs Marina, good evening. How do you do? How fare thee? Fare me, I fare drunkenly. I've had a couple of beers, and unfortunately, being the lightweight I have become, they have affected me quite dramatically. I'm not the most... oh, hello, what's this? We have turkey hen eggs. Look at that, eggs already. pretty brilliant. Wow. Goodness, I wasn't expecting eggs that quickly. What do eggs get kept in? That's the question, because they appear to be placing them just individually on the floor. Oh no, apparently there's 13 in the stockpile, is that what I'm seeing? 13, 11, 10, 11... Okay, so they're stacking, but surely there's a container we can put eggs in. We should get the kitchen preparing better meals. Prepare a fine meal. Prepare a fine, but definitely eggy meal. Okay, and the still, can you can only extract from plants. I'm not interested in extractions, I'm interested purely in brewing. Barrel, cool. This is actually a the same fort. We're still working on the same one. The pickless embark did not hinder us too much, and as you can see, digging is underway. But my miners are taking longer than I would really be happy with. Let's go back up to the mason's workshop on the first floor here, on the ground floor rather, the surface even, if you will, and I'll cancel his jobs and deconstruct. Go down here. Oh, they haven't even built the thing. Oh well. Decommissioning the previous mason's workshop will make it quicker for that thing to be built. There we go. Look, there's a guy running to it right now. I am finding that information very worthy. Build. Oh, that's not B, that's an N. Build W. Carpenter's workshop. We're going to put a carpenter's workshop here. Made out of siltstone, of course. What else would I make it from? Okay, so we're digging out all this stone here. If I just focus here for a minute and get rid of all these damp stone warnings, we'll have a smoother ride down the line. Okay, so this can be a stone stockpile now. Start here, go down across, fill this up with stone, except I'm going to now customize what kind of stone goes in there. Let's press S to change the settings, pop down to stone over here, and I don't want metal ores, so they shall be forbidden. Economic stones like limestones, dolomite, chalk, marble, bituminous coal, lignite, gypsum, kaolinite, calcite, alabaster, selenite and satin spar, they can stay, as can sandstone, siltstone, mudstone, shale, claystone, rock salt, conglomerate, chert, granite, diorite, gabbro, rhyolite, basalt, andesite, dacite, obsidian and quartzite. Clay, we haven't got any clay. May as well forbid it. Good evening, Blue Satin Live. Thank you for joining us, even if it's only for a short moment. Where are you adventuring to? Thank you. A bit funny. Thank you for the host, much appreciated. It's nice to know that other people are getting an opportunity to see me blather on like an idiot. PW, which of course is how you make wood stockpiles. That's the wood stockpile there. And we can get rid of some of the wood stockpiles upstairs, much like this one. We can get rid of that workshop. PX. Hang on a minute, that was a little bit too much. There we go. No more wood stockpiles there. Dwarven ale. Always a good exploration result if you find a bit of dwarven ale at the end. Ah well, we can't help it. Sometimes you just have a drink and you wreck your voice. You've got to have a beer and go every now and again. Otherwise, what's the point? Obviously, you could use different words. Or that wasn't even a word. Sounds. But that's the ones I usually choose. The ones, the one. This'll sort me out. Hydrogen dioxide. Actually, wait, is that right? No. H2 H2O 2H oxygen dihydride? Dihydrate? I don't know. Stop thinking about it, scoundrel.
Strangely quiet.
The fortress attracted no migrants this season. That's okay, we don't have to worry too much. It gives us leeway. And when our fortress is small, our fortress is relatively safe because things don't attack. You've got leaflets, you've got pamphlets of boat murder or something like that to hand out. That's what you need. Boat murder? Boat murdered. Dihydrogen oxide. That's the dilly-dolly. Dihydrogen monoxide. That's the dilly-dolly. Losing my mind. I've actually gotten behind on doing my special intros for people. I should have a little look at the bot and see how many points everybody's earned from their continued watching. I have to make sure at least the top 10 all have some kind of special thing they can put into the chat. Okay, so the wood pile seems to be slowly moving downstairs. How's the mining going? Have they dug out everything I wanted them to? Not even close. Nowhere near. Oh well. Build. Workshop. Crafts. No. What's a crafts dwarf workshop? It can go here. And that can make rock goods for trading. I haven't seen any dingoes for a little while, but let's keep our fingers crossed for a New Zealand weresheep. There's a film that you might be interested in if that's a concept that tickles your fancy. I think it's called Black Sheep. It's very good, quite reminiscent of Peter Jackson's early work. Oh dear, too much to drink. Okay, so he's building that carpenter's, oh no, the crafts dwarf workshop, that's what he's doing. In the carpenter's workshop, would you please make me some barrels? And while you're at it, also construct for me bins. Is there anything else I want made? Let's have a few beds. May as well. That's what logs are good for. Ooh, thank you for the tweet there. Just for those of you who are not experiencing this live in the moment, somebody sent a tweet to point out that my stream is on. Anyway, yes, we've filled that construction queue. Let's get the crafts dwarf workshop making rock crafts on repeat. And whoever's our designated crafts dwarf will be racking up the skill points. Or maybe someone will be struck by a fey mode. We want doors coming out of here. And we also want tables. And we also want chairs. Hang on a minute. And we also want tables, chairs. Well, I hate to say it, but we're probably going to want coffins soon. If the warm-up fortress is anything to go by, coffins are going to be an imminent need. People just start dying, or dwarves just start dying. You can't stop it. It's just a natural occurrence. No, we haven't had a yak attack yet. There's been a significant downturn in the number of yaks that I've been experiencing in this game. Hang on a minute. You and your wet stone, dwarf fortress. I've had just about enough of your moaning. Come on. Diggy diggy dig dig, that's what dwarves are good for. Dwarves! Huh! What are they good for? Pretty good at digging. They still haven't dealt with this black bear corpse. Or its nose. That's been punched right off. Let's designate a dump. Why don't we designate a dump? I think the dump needs to be down here, out of the way of the wall. There, and we'll designate that a garbage dump. And putting it outside will nicely avoid any kind of miasma troubles. Ooh, damn you and your damp stone. You must stop. Dig, dig, diggy, dig, dig. It just stops again. It just stops for no apparent reason. Maybe they're thirsty. I can forgive them if they're going to drink. No, apparently not. Heading off to the farms. What are they up to up here? What possible interest could you have out here? What's in there? Seed barrel. Why is he eating seeds? They're for planting, you idiot. We've got a cook. We've got a cook making perfectly good. Yes, he's covered in water. Every toe and finger covered in water. Good, 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 good. I get the idea. Yes, 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 yes. Come on, what else is he carrying? Just a copper pick and his clothes. Interesting. Interesting. It can be difficult unpicking European accents, I have to say. I never know quite where someone's coming from. I work in an office with people from all over the world. They've got a little map in the canteen, and there's a pin in it for every country that people come from. I think every person's put like a pin in, and the UK is absolutely stuffed full of pins, but they're all over the map, giving me the urge to do accents suddenly, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm, as Specs Marina advises, I'm going to probably think a little bit about going down and delving for the hidden fun, going right down to Dwarf Fortress's bottom and having a good look around. Come on, Dwarf Fortress, let's have a look around your bottom. We don't want to do that with the main fort though, do we? Ah, damn it, the miners are still mining. I can't really go and start mining until they finish digging everything out. They're taking their sweet damn time. Why isn't anybody eating down here? It's just the animals that appear to be hanging out down here. This music is reminding me of the Arnold Schwarzenegger film Commando. I don't think it's the right kind of mood-setting music that you want for a game of Dwarf Fortress, but it's what we have. Okay. Well, at least we got the mason and the carpenter working. That's the main thing. I should probably set this stockpile to give to this workshop, and that'll stop the carpenter buggering off and doing all sorts of silliness. Hey Bennett, there are some steam! Is Commando the one where he holds the guy from Warriors off the edge of a cliff and goes, I lied, and just dropping him off the edge? Oh, the guy from the Warriors. Warriors, come out to play. Is he carrying eggs around? This guy here, what's he doing? Why have you got 13 eggs? What are they doing on the surface? The turkeys live down the bottom. Well, not down the bottom. I mean, they just live down here. Surely we don't need to be bringing eggs upstairs. Ah, there's a food stockpile at the top. That's what I need to do. PX. De-designate food stockpile. Boom, suddenly all that stuff gets moved downstairs. And both of our idlers suddenly vanish. Holy moly, we haven't set the military up properly, have we? I just designated a leader and a militia commander, but I didn't do anything with it. Maybe we should put a second person in this militia. I'll have to check Dwarf Therapist and see who is not in current use. Right, we can't use our miners, so it leaves Misdem Bookend and Degel Tower Order right off the table. Carpentry can't be taken away, so we can't have Ast Saber healed. He's also our woodcutter. That's a gnarly combo. Masonry, can't get rid of him. That's Asmal Hallcrest. So that's this whole first 4 up here, completely non-usable. Zassit Wield Gloves. Well, he appears to have no apparent uses. He's a plant gatherer, and we do have plant gathering as a thing, which the only person who's really any good at it can't do, because they're also too good at carpentry. Damn you, Ast, you gifted bastard! Anyway, where are we? Trista Ochre Curls is already in the militia. How about Stukos Lusterstaff? How about him? Well, he's our furnace operator and weaponsmith. Well, you do need those skills active. We are going to be using some of this metal that we brought with us. Who's this guy? The farmer. Well, we need the farmer. There's not really anyone who we can gladly throw on the altar of war and have sacrificed. Stone detailer, animal training, hunting and trapping, milling, plant processing, cooking. The chef. We can't get rid of the chef. Okay, we're going to have to wait for a migrant wave. We're going to stick with a one-person militia for now. Let them get on with it. We'll train them later on. You can't train on your own, so we'll let them just live out their life. For now. For now. Again, the damn dwarves are pissed off because of this stupid whetstone gubbins. Keep digging. Now we're back to the Dragon Forcey guitar music again. I think we need to have a season change before I get different music. I'm not sure. Oh god, more whetstone. Really, dwarves? If I cared about whetstone, I wouldn't keep redesignating it, would I? There we go. Caught that one. There we go. Come on, back down here. I've designated it again. You can do it. You can do it. But you're not going to, are you, you bastards? Okay, so what have we got up here still? The furniture stockpile, a finished goods stockpile, our bar and block stockpile, and our gem stockpile. Do we have any other stockpiles up here? We do. Cloth, and another bar and block stockpile. We have a lot of bars and blocks of coke and copper, and I think we've got some silver knocking around as well, which I believe is used for making hammers and maces and other blunt instruments. Pardon me. What's this guy running off for? Must be going to the river to fish or something. The mason? Why is the mason coming up here? What? Ugh. I know you've located dampstone. You're always locating dampstone. Dampstone is the bane of my life. I'm going to have nightmares about dampstone. You haven't shown me your fort, no. That would be interesting to see, actually. I haven't really had a chance to look at other people's forts other than in YouTube videos and whatnot. I bet it's some kind of masterpiece, isn't it? Full of pressure plates and awesome traps, trained rocks, captured titans, tamed demons. Maybe not, maybe it's just an average fort, who knows, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was a mega fort, a giga fort, a peta fort, a zeta fort. Oh, this corridor. Why is it taking so long? What is this material? Just stone. Siltstone. Is this the slowest stone to mine through or something? they're not really making much headway. Oh, we struck Jet, the drug from Fallout. Unusual to find it in a fantasy setting, but okay. I will allow post-apocalyptic inhaler-based drugs in my setting. Okay. It's annoying, I can't really go away from this corridor because of this stupid pause thing. Every time they find damp stone, they go, I'm not digging that, you've got to redesignate it. And the redesignation time just makes things take much, much longer. Ah, someone has created, Asketil has created a masterpiece pear wood bed. Uh-oh. I've just... Well, here's Specs Marina's fort. That went well, clicking on the link. I'll put it over here so anyone who actually wants to see it can click on the thing. What the hell's going on there? That's intriguing. Actually, I'm going to put it over on the fort because I think we can... Here we go, this is it. Let's have a little look. There's the embark. That looks pretty forbidding. Is that just Badlands or something? Just volcanic surface and not much else. I take it you brought the wood with you. Wow. I see. I see. You've got a much tighter setup than I have when you start out. Wow. Dining hall in a cavern. I never even thought of that. You've got a very different layout, but it seems you've got further, a bit more efficiently there. Now I see the stairways inside the storage rooms and stuff. I think yes, for a starter fort, it makes more sense. Why am I planning everything out and placing it delicately like it's going to be there forever, when I will probably have to just go and make another fort before I get any further. Desert bordering a tundra bordering some woodlands. Forbidding. A giant's lair. Ideal. That's exactly what you want, isn't it? You want a giant's lair. Because that's going to make things easy, isn't it? It's only make it fun. Oh, more damp stone. I told you where to stick that damp stone, and you better start sticking, because I'm furious. Okay, so really absolutely nothing been done so far this stream. Really quite underwhelming as an achievement thing. We should look to do some kind of thing. But everything I want to do requires digging, and everyone's occupied. We need some migrants. I know I said it was okay that no migrants came, and that kept the fort small and therefore safe. I feel like we do need some extra hands on hand. For example, our militia needs to be beefed up a bit. And we definitely need some more professions. The sheep are going to need shearing and milking soon. I keep forgetting to get this bear corpse sorted out. Dump! There we go. Where's the nose? Is it under one of these sheep? It appears to have rotted away. We could have eaten that black bear. Bears are very edible, I'm sure. Mind you, maybe it was too tenderised. Who are you? He moves too fast. Onget, that was his name. It flashed up just long enough for me to read. Oh, there you and your damn stone. Blasted to heck. Blasted to heck and back. All the way. That is a very good play. Anyone watching who's thinking, this is interesting, but I'm not learning much. r/Dwarf Fortress, as just mentioned in the chat, is a very good place to go to find stuff for Dwarf Fortress. Nice news, witty anecdotes, let's play videos, the works. Well worth a watch. A read, in fact. You don't watch it, you read it. It's Reddit after all. Oh, the digging out's coming apace. They've got all of my workshop areas dug out, so I'm going to, let's not have a burrow, let's build a workshop. Right, we've got carpenter's workshop, we've got a metalsmith's forge, but that is upstairs. It would make sense to bring it down. Let's do that. It's F, yes, F. And we'll place that one in here, won't we? Needs a fire-safe anvil. Ah, we have to decommission the previous one before I can actually place a new one. So let's get back up to the surface. Head over here. Decommish. Decommish. That was an unforgivable contraction. Why did I do that? Why did I feel the need to shorten that? Seems like a good idea. Get yourself a nice little picture book of Dwarf Fortress and get it up on r/Dwarf Fortress, because they'll love it. They will. They love a bit of it. Ah, trapped by a ramp. Excuse the silence there. Okay, we're nearly there. This last storage room is just getting cleared out. I should probably put another one in, but I don't want to start digging out too much. I'd rather get some other stuff underway rather than keep expanding this workshop area. They've probably decommissioned the upstairs metalsmith's forge, so please excuse me. Build workshop, metalsmith's forge. We'll pop that. Oh no, they still haven't decommissioned it and got the anvil out. Okay. Alright, I can live with that. I'm happy. Who said I was complaining? There must be some other workshops we can do. I'll try one more time for the metalsmith's forge. Still no anvil. Okay. What can we use? Anything that makes stuff out of wood? Well, carpenter's workshop obviously, or another craft workshop. But I don't want to do another craft workshop. Jeweler's workshop's probably a good idea. Let's bring that downstairs. Put the jeweler's workshop in here. But unlike the others who have large workshops with which we will fill with jewels, I'm actually going to put the gems, what is it, G-G-E, that's it, E. Put the gem storage areas here because there's a relatively low volume of those. Bosh there, and bosh there. Now, this one here is going to be uncut gems. This one here is going to be cut gems. Forbid. Brilliant, there we go. I saved quite a lot of resources when I was embarking by not taking the picks and stuff, because the pre-made stuff's actually quite valuable, and the ore's quite a lot less expensive. So we started off with a ton of metal and managed to make our own weapons. Yeah, so I managed to bring lots of animals with me, and as you can see from that embark, I now have a fairly healthy population of sheep, which will mature, and also a good laying population of turkeys down here, who appear to have been producing eggs quite effectively. So, hooray for thy strategy. Yeah, that's about right. I did. I took loads of sheep and then arrived and went, oh, hang on a minute. There's probably already sheep knocking around. Okay, so I've done my gem workshop. Has that been built? Of course not. I don't have anyone who can cut gems, so how would I have anyone who could actually build the workshop and facilities to do so? I'll go back up to the surface to check to see if that metalsmith forge has been... yeah, you and your damn stone! There we go. You can dig it out? Or do I have to sit here and nurse you all the way through? Dig. Okay, it's dug out. Back up to the surface. Where's the metalsmith's forge? Still there. Huh. I know we have someone with metalsmithing, but they must be occupied. I should probably get rid of this stockpile now. I've moved it all. PX. Buy gem stockpile. Let's get those bins shifted, dwarves. Come on. Blocks and bars appear to be being reshuffled into bins. That's good. They'll be easy to move when we've sorted out. Right, I'm going to have a stockpile here. This side. And on this side, there are going to be. This side there are going to be stone ores, and on this side we're going to have bars and blocks. But we're going to have not just any old bars and blocks. We're going to have metal, none of that lot. None of that. And yeah, okay, that'll do. There we go. So we set up the stuff there. So as soon as the metalsmith comes and takes apart the old surface-bound metalsmith's forge, we can set up down there and have a nice little stockpile flow. But unfortunately, not right now. What stockpiles have we got here? Finished goods, bar and block. Well, that can be removed. PX. There we go. That's all the finished goods. We want to leave that up there because we don't have anywhere else to put it yet. Our miners have not been particularly rapid. Oh, they're not doing anything. Okay, we don't want that happening. May as well expand this out a bit now then, if that's the case. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. I specifically said that was what I was not going to do, so let's find somewhere else for them to dig, something useful for them to do. Wheelbarrows. Okay, that's a good idea. We'll go straight down to the carpenter's workshop and we're going to rustle up a couple of wheelbarrows. What are you building? Barrels and bins. Add. There's a wheelbarrow. Crunch. Wheelbarrow, there we go. We've got a load of wheelbarrows on the way. That should make everything move a little bit quicker. Okay. No weapon racks in the barracks yet, but that's fine because we need more migrants before we can even start training our dwarves, so there's no point getting that too spruced up. Our dwarves appear to be overwhelmed moving stuff. I mean, they're moving wood. Do I want to stop them moving wood for a little while? Because well, that'll fill up soon enough. If I just let them collect the wood, we'll all be good. Oh, that rhymed. My goodness, I'm getting 30 frames a second. Those are not Dwarf Fortress frame rates. Where have my frames gone? Where are my frames? I have to save and reload at some point. What's causing this slow frame speed madness? Maybe I should channel this annoying pond here into my moat. That might be a good idea, right? Get a bit of water in there. We cleaned out all the gems, didn't we? There's a few ore lumps in there, but there's still some gems as well. Well, they can be taken out. We don't want to leave those lying there, do we? Oh, there's one over here too. Any more? Any more gems? There are more gems, okay. We want to dig out the ones that are in the barracks. That'll make things asymmetrical. Which in small doses is fine, but in a dwarf fortress? No. Says the man who made this fence. This utterly asymmetrical fence. I should also remove this stockpile of bars and blocks as well. There we go, that's going to get everything downstairs. This is the cloth stockpile. I'll leave that up here for now because we don't actually have any cloth processing. That's something that really could be done on the surface. Now we don't have the people, that's the problem, isn't it? It's not about not being able to do it, it's about not having the people to do the job. What's going on with that bin on the stairs there? Bar block bin. Is anyone carrying it? No, someone's just dropped it there for no reason. Excellent, that's just what we want. Right. Mason's hard at work. Crafts dwarf workshop seems pretty quiet, and so does the carpenter's workshop. Why? Is he still digging down? Is he still chopping down trees? I bet that's what he's doing, isn't it? He's out there trotting around, chopping down trees, singing his little dwarfy songs. Oh, well, he's going to run out of designated trees soon. I think he has. He's chopped down every bloody tree out here. He's only gone on Easter Island, did the old bloody place. That's okay, we still have a fairly sizable little plantation of trees up here. We don't have to worry too much about being deforested at the moment. If we leave this area around here roughly unattended, we should end up with a few trees growing back. Should. Does not mean will, but we should. Ooh, even more gemstones here. Haven't uncovered any over here though. Let's move up a bit. Anything over here? No. Oh, more gemstones. More. There we go. Dig those out while we can. May as well. Won't be visible from the surface. Actually, now that I look at it, the sides of some of these ponds here have some decent gemstones in. We could dig those out as well. They may be of value to the Empire. Better to have the gems down in our holds rather than... Oh, autumn's here. The leaves will fall from the trees. The plants will stop growing. The fields will fall fallow till winter's gone. Except they won't, because they're underground and protected from the winter and autumn frosts. So up your bum. Got lots of seeds knocking around. Chicory seeds. We're not even planting chicory seeds. Bilberry seeds. We're not planting bilberries. Can we plant bilberries? Nope. Nope. B. C. No, you can never plant anything that isn't on the list, so I don't know why we have all these seeds. I don't know what they're for. Oh well, we've got them. No point worrying about it now. Oh, more gemstones uncovered here. Quite a lot of them. What are they? Yellow jaspers. Clusters of yellow jaspers. And what have we got here? Green jade. Okay, hopefully if our crafts dwarf does start making some nice crafts. We need another furniture stockpile. You, that's the one. There we go, just pop that there for no good reason. And then hopefully we'll have space. Oh, we've got some doors. We can plant the doors in, that'd be nice. Let's pick the rooms that need them first. B, D. Oops. Whoa, we have a lot of doors. But we've already got a door there. There we go. Could dig more of these bedrooms out, I suppose. We could also put some more beds in here. Used up all the beds. Put doors in here. BD. There we go. The workshop's nice sealable doors. Bit of privacy. That's it, we used all the doors. Grand. That'll keep our stockpiles nice and clear. Stop looking down here now. I know we've taken all of the possible gems. Safe overground farm plot. Channel an area intended for overground crops, then construct floor over the channeled layer. Make a floor and plot beneath. Oh, I say. That sounds like a rather splendid method of growing. Let's try it out. All the miners appear to be at ease at the moment, so let's quickly make sure we're not digging. We'll do it here. D, H. Do it like this. There we go. I reckon they're going to fall and start breaking legs with this. I reckon I've not thought about it properly. Should be alright though. We'll come back later. Maybe they'll dig it out safely. Maybe they'll fall down and hurt themselves. Who knows? I'm not one to guess. Ooh, we've struck hematite. That doesn't sound like a farmable substance. I don't think we can grow plants out of hematite. But that's okay. Oh yes, quite the barren area. Siltstone, upward slope. Digging appears to have ceased. Test it with a 3x3 area, if not 11x11. Yes, I mean that's a very sensible way of looking at it, but whoops. Excuse me. Whose wagons bypassed my inaccessible site? I'll make your sites inaccessible, sir. What's going on? Ugh. I bet we just need to do this. Where is the soil layer? That's the question. Let's actually be sensible about this and pay heed to the chat. Stop the channeling and have a look over a soil area. Where's the soil area? This is all too dense trees. I don't want to cut these trees down just yet as well because we're harvesting fruit from them when it comes. Soil. Okay, it is under this forest. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? Ah, well, I've just denuded a large area of forest down here, so designate H. We'll do it here. Bonk. 3x3. Press the wrong button. Yeah. Designate H. There we go. Start here. 3x3. There we go. Now we've got some channeling happening. And this should lead to farmable ground. Hey, are these traders coming? Is that traders coming up to the fort? It looks like they're dragging cages as well, which is an interesting sign. Have I even designated a trader? Trader requested at depot. We have got one. Okay, that's good. Let's move some goods in. What have we got? If they're elves, which could be annoying, they won't want to trade anything that's in a bin, which is something I don't really know how to deal with. Microline table. Sell them eggs. See what they want. Okay, merchants have arrived apparently. If we have a look at what they've got. I have to actually move stuff. Let's miscellaneous. No ropes. No cloth bin. Bags. Too much stuff is made of wood. We really can't give elves stuff that's made out of wood. Mind you, are they elves? That's a very good question. Besmar Inodor, Hammer Dwarf. What about you? Swords Dwarf. These dwarves, they don't care about fucking the stuff. Let's send them all the wood in the world. We want craft goods, don't we? What's that? Stone? No. Awkward. We can sell a few of these copper battle axes. We don't need all of them. At least that'll be something. Don't need a training axe anymore. Sell some metal bars, but they'll probably be useful. Lots of barrels. They'll be useful as well. And our buckets. How come there's no gems? We can't trade gems here. That's interesting. Unless they come under stone. I'm afraid they do. Jet. Lots of jet. Platinum nuggets. Alright. We've got platinum nuggets. Platinum nuggets? Platinum nuggets. I didn't realise that. Okay, we'll see what we can get with what we've got. Has our trader gone in? No, not yet. Just got to wait for him to get there. No. Well, they've dug out this little farm plot down here, so if I go here, and then we'll also dig a channel there to get down with. Build floor. Floor. Walls, floors, stairs, track C. And I want some floor. Thank you very much. Now I'll place this floor made out of plumwood logs. Oh, actually, did that wrong, didn't I? X. Okay. Build. Higher that. There we go. There we go, all the plumwood logs we need. Okay. Designate Z is remove ramps. No. Designate Z, remove ramps. Clear those out. Should be good. Let's check to see if the traders reached the depot yet. Oh, no. Taking his sweet time about it. Adil Sazrigan, I am your liaison from the mountain homes. Let's discuss your situation. The latest news from Leschelblotz is that months ago the site was conquered by the dead deceiver. I can't have hiccups during the news, that's outrageous. A few months ago, Datan Heroicshot became mayor of the Gear of Morals, replacing Shem Orbwiped. Months ago, Dobar Guildringed became mayor of the Theatre of Apprentice, replacing Stakkud Figureguarded. Months ago, Dodok Council Vessel became mayor of the Haim of Judges, replacing Imuch Weistkobold. That means nothing to me. It means nothing to me. Oh, Dwarf Fortress. What requests do you have of our merchandise? Well, I don't know, really. that's about as much as I can say. There you go. Okay, good. Yep. Let's discuss what we're willing to offer you for your crafts dwarf ship. Let's get the trader in there. Alright. They constantly want to natter on, don't they? My broker's not even in there. How dare they conduct trade negotiations when there's no broker present? It's a breach of trust. Just like it is when I eat food on stream. Apologies, I'm going to mute the microphone again for your benefit. There we go. Back again. Come on, miners, get in there and channel that blooming bit out there so they can get down into the farm and farm. Then we can grow some groovy crops. Can I just plant farms on the surface? There's a question. I may well be able to. There we go, digging it down. Floor's been made. Ah, good. Okay, so let him clear out the ramps. Build farm, I think that's P, isn't it? It is! Amazing. A farm can be constructed here. Bosh. Okay, once that's planted, we'll have a look and see what we can grow. And if we can grow lots of cool stuff, then well done. Well done. Okay, has our trader turned up yet? Yes! Our trader's turned up. What has this guy got in his stuff? Let's have a look. Radiant cut morions. No, we don't want any of that stuff. We don't want rope. Well, we might want rope, but not right now. Water skins, a bismuth bronze piccolo. That's about as useful as a breakfast made of poop. They may be elfish, but they are also a perfectly valid means of getting food. They're a vitally exploitable resource. Okay, where was I? I want cages, don't I, with animals in. So if I do a search Q, type in cage, dog, a doe rabbit, a blue peacock, and a hen. None of which I'm particularly interested in. Okay. I don't know if we have any goods that I actually want to trade with you, so I'm going to say trader not requested, and goods can come back to the stuff. I think we're good, right? Yeah, we're good. That'll get everything out of there. No point trading with them just yet. Once we've got a bit more money, we'll start buying in some animals, some funky animals to train and create a lovely army with. An animal has grown to become a stray ewe. That's rewarding. So we've got more fully grown sheep producing, well, not yet producing milk and wool because we haven't started harvesting it yet, but once we get some more migrants in, everything will be just fine and dandy. Well, yeah, there is a lot you can actually get out of the animals, but right now I think I want to get my population of sheep up a bit. It's taken a while. I just realised I only brought one ram, and it's going to be difficult to avoid a certain degree of inbreeding. I'm hoping that doesn't actually manifest itself as anything in the Dwarf Fortress game. That would be annoying if I suddenly started getting sheep with extra toes and whatnot. Well, I suppose for a sheep all toes are extra toes because sheep don't have toes. Is that constructed yet? Nope. The farmer's up here, right? Yeah, he's busy with these fields at the moment. Don't you worry, farmer. You get on with your daily grind. Okay, looks like they started moving all the gems down here, so that's good. Not picking these ones up though. That's not good. And we've got two idlers. Two idlers who are most certainly not collecting gems when they should be. I haven't milked any ewes yet. I haven't made cheese yet either, but that's more of a question of dwarf power. We don't have enough hands on deck to actually start dealing with the sheep and providing product. Once I can take other people off other duties. Actually, I think we've got a degree of paralysis here because there's nobody around to do anything. I'm going to quickly go down to my craft dwarfs and say, cease and desist, mason. Don't build any of that stuff. Turn your hand to actually doing some of the general day-to-day gubbins around the fortress. Hopefully they'll all get cracking. Yeah, he's run straight off and got himself a wheelbarrow. Hopefully they'll collect some of these delightful gems that I've left around here. What have we got? Rough yellow jaspers and bloodstones. Rough bloodstones. And there's some of that jade up there as well. Good, good. I knew something was amiss when those were laying there for too long. Pardon me. I've actually just realised those sheep up at the surface are going to need some kind of facility for milking and stuff built near to them, and I've built the actual kitchens about as far away as anything in my fort. Bit dim of me, but oh well. Is he making? He is. He's making dinners with plump helmets. That could prove to be a seed catastrophe, but we'll find out what happens there. Ah, we can brew drinks from plants. There we go. Hopefully our brewer is actually available to do so. Yeah, the farmer's workshop, I need to build one. Maybe I should build it up here and just make do. I still think we actually need more people. Oh yeah, the kitchen's irrelevant, but I would have liked to have had that, like my general food resources all kept together, so like the eggs and the milk and everything. So everything revolves around these food stockpiles, which I now notice are quite small. They may not be as good as they could be. They're making cooked eggs, cooked dinners rather, and he's just running. There's one of the miners just ran into there and took an egg fresh from the nest box. He's either got a real thing for raw eggs, or fresh eggs at least, or he's doing something that I'm not quite understanding. Hey, they're back in again. Look, more eggs. So what's all this egg business for? Why are you running off with? Is it just one egg? Where's he gone? Are you carrying one egg or more than one egg? What's the deal here? 8 duck eggs. Interesting. Oh, we don't want a poultry explosion just yet. I think it's good that we've got eggs coming in for food, but once we get a few too many hatching, there'll be a bit of butchery. Butchery. I don't know where that was coming from. I feel a bit silly now. Hey-yo, Fuzzy Logic, how's it going? Oh, we've got our first party. There's only one person at the party. One person, his duck, and some dogs. Oh no, people are turning up now. Okay, it's fashionably late, that's the order of the day. Okay. Has he made the farm? Nope, the farm is still flashing. A bit disappointed with that. We've got a ramp to get them down there. Why? Why? I'm very confused. Might as well put some of these armour stands down. I know I've got them, so makes sense to do so. There we go. Nice and symmetrical. Not that we have 6 dwarves. Ooh, that one wants a bed. We haven't got any beds left, never mind. Ah, Graphical, thank you very much. If that's how I pronounce your name, of course. I may well have completely mauled that, but I do that kind of thing from time to time, and I can only apologise. Ah! That's it, the anvil. He's deconstructed the metalsmith's workshop, which means I can build workshop forge, and we can pop it here. Bosh, bosh. Siltstone and anvils. Okay, so once that's built, then we can get on a little bit of forging, make some stuff, use our metal up, because we've got quite a bit of metal knocking around. It may not have been put into the correct stockpiles yet, but it is definitely knocking around. Keep looking over here. They still haven't dumped that bear carcass. That doesn't make any sense to me. Why haven't they done that? I built that farm plot in the middle of a dump. That might have something to do with it. That might be why no one's actually commissioning it. Let's place the dump elsewhere. Let's place the dump. Da-da-da-dump. 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 I should probably stop singing the word dump if I want to be taken anywhere near seriously, which I don't really, to be fair, so I should probably keep on singing dump. Dumpy dump dump. Dump 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 dump. Didn't really go with the music in the background though, did it? I know the merchants will be leaving soon. Let's hope they have a small accident on their way out, and then maybe we'll be able to sift through their belongings and steal what we will. Graphical? Well, I'm glad I got it right. It's nice to know that I've got something right. For example, something I haven't got right is that I should have gone to the toilet a long time ago to take care of this mighty need in my bladder, but like an idiot I've decided to sit here for so long that the pain has become a sort of ambient noise. Flowers are falling from the trees again. It's haiku time, boys and girls, obviously, not to be exclusive. We've had no animal beatings this time round, I know. None of the wildlife has come back. They've heard the stories of cougars and bears being pounded shitless, so the dingoes have decided to keep their distance and avoid eating babies. No migrants again. Hello. What am I doing that's... Why am I not getting any migrants? Ah, we need offices. I forgot about the offices. Let's these are normally the offices at the back. They're going to have an office and a bedroom in these little double units for all of my officials. Then we're just going to have plain old normal people's doodahs. What am I going to say? Bedrooms, that's the word, bedrooms. I'm afraid the demon drink has stricken my brain of its ability to summon words. Don't drink, kiddies, it's not good for you. I could probably get away with using the mouse here. It's going to speed things up, but just that little shade. Sometimes the keyboard's quicker, sometimes the mouse is quicker, and this is just one of those occasions where the mouse wins out. Actually, do I want to... Oh, we're good for now. 4... Is that... Am I doing that right? I'm not doing that right, I'm doing it wrong. That's the way to do it. There we go. Nicely done, scoundrel. Complimenting yourself again, eh, scoundrel? Egotistical. Okay, we're nearly there. Nearly designated enough ground to warrant unpausing it. Is that good? Are they symmetrical top and bottom? Not that it's that important, but it's a goal to aim for, right? That's not the worst haiku in the world. Of course, I'm not entirely sure about the whole syllabic structure of haiku, so or haikus, don't know how you pluralise it even. So you can get away with quite a lot in my haiku corner. Still not constructed that metalsmith's forge. That's a little bit annoying. I know we have someone with that skill, but okay. We also don't have any idlers and no one's working in any workshops, so there must be a lot of job orders on. There's a lot of wheelbarrows flying around. Max wheelbarrow 1? I don't think so, mate. No, max wheelbarrow is 10. There you go. Let's shift some stone, people. Come on! Oh, there's the anvil going in. I see it now. Uh-oh. Stray cat has given birth to a kitten. Are we going to be suffering from a cat-splosion? Or will I be able to keep up in the butcher's shop? That's the question. That is the question. Whether to let the cats live or to slaughter them. Ooh, struck red spinel. Isn't that nice? Right, has the farmer done his duty? The farmer has done his duty. Holy crackerjacks, what the funky bugbears is this? Oh my god, we can plant turnips, rye, rope reeds, ratweed, parsnip plants, quinoa, chicory, cabbages, bilberry bushes. We can't plant anything else, okay. Not the madness that I thought it might be, but we'll have some bilberries, why not? That's in autumn. Then in spring we'll plant cabbages. In summer we shall plant chicory. And then in winter we will plant quinoa, because why not? Why not plant quinoa? Let's see how this fares. See if we get anything good out of there. Semi-elf, semi-dwarf farm. Half dwarf, half elf. An occurrence that I feel that the D&D rulebooks did not adequately account for. They should have had rules about actual, like, specific race crosses, because they quite racistly assumed that all half-elves would be half-human. Well, of course, why would they be? What other creature would not do? Sure, you could be a half-dwarf, half-elf, a delf, or an earth, an eorf. I can't pronounce it properly. Eorf. No, too difficult. Damn, that bear corpse has been there for a while. If only there was something I could do to encourage them to get rid of it. Oh well. Those wheelbarrows are making a world of difference, actually. They're shifting stuff a hell of a lot faster. They conveniently leave the wheelbarrow in the right place when they're not using it as well, which is good. What else you can shift quicker with wheelbarrows? I did build a few. A dwarf and an orc is a dork, of course. Thank you very much, Blue Satin Live. Have a lovely evening, whatever you're doing, wherever you are. Ironus Maidenus, good evening. How are you doing? Welcome here. I believe this is your first time through the door, because I don't recognise your name and my bot sees all. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to have to try and straighten myself in this chair, which has compressed my buttocks flatter than the smoothest carvinged marble. Smoothest carvinged marble? What does that even mean? These are not English words spilling from my mouth, they are gibber words. I do have a bot that can be invoked. For example, if you have been here long enough and press type in exclamation mark then your name, you'll get a little greeting thing pop up. Or for example, if you type exclamation mark poop, the bot will fart on you. And if you type exclamation mark Blade Runner, it will give you the death soliloquy from Rutger Hauer, which is quite good. It's very good. Very good indeed. Right, okay. I'm leaning here with one arm on the side, just chatting away. I'm not even touching the keyboard. This is insane hands-free Dwarf Fortress. Extreme Dwarf Fortress, if you will. This is the kind of thing that can quickly lead to fun. Lots of people carrying trees and plants up to that little bit of food. Interesting. Why? Okay. Anything growing down here yet? Oh, exciting stuff. We've got stuff growing. What is it? It's bilberry bushes, of which we've run out of seeds, but let's hope we keep the seeds, or rather we get the seeds back when we use it next. Specs Marina, I've got to get round to of course Singor has also located the some of the variant commands that are available there. Yes, I haven't got around to doing you yet, Specs Marina, so soon. You've been in quite a few streams, so I think you've built up quite a decent position in the listings, as it were, because my bot tells me how long people have been watching and stuff, and I can put it in order, and the most viewed people go at the top, and the people who only watch for 5 minutes, well, they're down near the bottom. And you don't want to be down there, because that's where poo comes out. I shouldn't have laughed at that joke, it revealed me to be a child. A man-child. Not much going on up here. I'm looking at the surface as if I'm expecting something to happen, but nothing is happening. All the action's down here, where my dwarves are wow, they did that a lot quicker than I expected. Let's put some... oops. Let's put some more rooms down here then, seeing as they've decided to construct with alacrity. Let's see how quickly they can manage this. Yeah. Ah, not quite. It's a toughie to type in, Singor, I'll give you that. Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of their women. Not my finest Arnie impersonation, but passable. And if you don't agree with me, then screw you, buddy! That wasn't even the right words. That's the worst Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonation the world has ever dredged up. Make a furniture stockpile for bins. Okay. It looks like we've already got this one accumulating bins, but I know what you mean. Let's have a quick look at it. Actually, what if I were to dump and forbid it? Or just forbid it. Let's quickly click on it. Where are we? F, D, D. There we go. Give it and cancel it, and then hopefully someone will pick it up. It seems like a tall order. A little bit of an unlikely option, but we'll give it a go. We'll find out. Mario MX4. I'm using the we'll look it up, shall we? Let's open up the Lazy Noob pack, because of course I'm a lazy noob. And so it's the Iron Hand pack, that's the one I'm using. I like it. I haven't really tried too many of them, to be honest. I picked this one first out of the box and liked it so much that I just didn't bother trying any of the other ones. So your mileage may vary on other possible graphics packs. Uh-oh, we're raining. That might fill up our moat, that'd be interesting. Give us a nice watery surround. I don't think it is going to though, it's probably going to just rain and nothing will be happening because of it. Ah, right, so they filled up that stone stockpile, good. We've got a few idlers. The miners, they don't like digging down here. This level is not where they like to be. Now people are idling, I feel like we should set the crafts workshop going again. But equally, I want to get some stuff downstairs. What's this? A bar and block bin. Why haven't they moved that? Ayya! 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 Okay. Well, we've reached a point in the evening where I am going to have to take a very brief break because otherwise I fear I may be permanently crippled by the agony that's stretching from my bladder. So if you'll bear with me, just give me a moment. I'm going to disappear for a few minutes and then I'll be back very briefly. If anyone comes in and starts chatting in chat and saying, "Hey, where's it gone? This fool's not doing anything," and gets all eggy, just calm them down, have a chat with them, say, hey guy, he's just peeing. Just, you know, keep them from killing anybody, and I'll be back before you know it. See you in a minute. Ah, that's it. The weight has been lifted from my bladder and I feel like I could float across the room on a cloud of... No, that doesn't sound right. A cloud of urine sounds very wrong. I think we'll avoid that one. Let's just pretend like I never even started that little outburst and we'll get on with Dwarf Fortress. What have we got here? So, still got lots of stockpiles up here, but the mining down here may give us an opportunity to move stuff out, which it probably will. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig this way as well, and I'm going to put some rooms right here for finished goods and furniture, and then we don't have have to have all this stuff on the surface. Well, maybe that'll attract some migrants to come visit us. We ain't no migrant haters. We want people to come from far and wide and help populate our area. Hello my dear, would you mind populating my area? Let's see what we can build out of copper. We've got battle axes coming out of our arse, so we don't need those. Can he actually build armour? Or am I getting a bit silly here? Copper armour? No, that's a different kind of forge, I'll bet. Nope, it's just a different section. Armour, copper. Copper's probably not the best material for armour, but it's probably better than nothing. Copper mail, copper breastplate, copper leggings, copper greaves, copper helm, copper cap, copper gauntlet, copper high boot, copper shield. Let's do this, we may as well. Copper's not the ideal. Good evening, base on Mars. How you doing? The cats are breeding. Oh my goodness, I've just noticed there's a lot of chat happened that I missed. Right, okay, so I've just got to dig through my pool to my moat, and that will keep it topped up. And it seems we have an ideal candidate for that very activity. Designate channel. Here. That didn't work. Designate channel. There, that worked. Okay, hopefully our moat will fill up then. Right, let's go back down again. Where were we? Oh yes, we're waiting for all this digging. My frame rate's improved dramatically from earlier on. I was only getting 25, and now we've shot up to 77. Whatever's happened, it worked. I don't think my metalsmith is actually going to start work, is he? He's going to be a pain in the bot and just sit around idling. Maybe I should get my carpenter carving some beds up. Carpenter's here, right? That's right. Beds. Beds, 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 beds. Good, we're all sorted. We're going to be all good for beds. Okay, down here, what stockpiles are we putting in here? So this one is our metals and metal ores. Over here, so we've got our forges. What's going to be going in here? Not crafts. Let's have a look at what the options are when it comes to workshops. A leatherworks. Well, we have got a butcher's shop. We can get using on that. A screw press. A soap maker's workshop. A dyer's shop. An ashery. A fishery. A fishery might be... no. Kitchen, farmer's workshop, mechanic's workshop, siege workshop. It might be worth actually getting these sheep sheared. So what I'm going to think about doing is I'm going to make a loom, which I think is what we use for wool. If it's not, then oh well. We're going to put that in here. And I'm also going to make a clothier's shop. That's not what I wanted. I wanted a clothier's shop. We're going to build that there. And down here, just below, we're going to make a cloth stockpile. Stockpile? And next to it, I'm going to make a stockpile for clothes. Is that right? Clothes, clothes. I'm not sure there is a clothes one, I think it's just cloth again. But if we make them two separate stockpiles, we can differentiate what goes in with the special options. So, what goes in here? Special. Cloth. Thread and cloth. Okay, whatever. Okay, we'll figure that out once things are moving. Once things are rolling, we'll figure out what goes in what stockpile. for now it's just right to get that in, and I should build a farmer's workshop, which is a W. Build that there. Almond wood logs, and when it's built we'll set it to milk and shear sheep, because we've got sheep. We have sheep in abundance. Okay. Have we built more beds? There's a good question. PU, here's our new furniture stockpile. PU! The next door will have finished goods. And I'm going to de-designate these furniture stockpiles because I can. There we go. What's this one here? Finished goods. That can stay for a while. We haven't designated the new finished goods stockpile yet. Let's hope people are moving stuff quickly. Oops. W. 110. Whoa, that's not what I wanted. 10 wheelbarrows, please. And this one also. Oh goodness. 10 wheelbarrows. Hopefully things will start moving more sharpishly. More sharpishly? More sharpish? Oh.
The season is winter.
Winter is upon us. Is our still working at pace? Of course it's not. We've got no plants for brewing drink. Everyone's probably going to starve if the lake freezes over. Or at least they'll die of thirst. Which is its own kind of starvation, I suppose. We've built any doors, have we? We built any beds? We have indeed built beds. So, we can have bed go in here, and in here, and in here, and run out of beds. Table can go here, 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 and here, and a chair can go here, 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 and here, allowing us to make these spaces combined offices and bedrooms for the nobles which require them, which will be a few, I'm sure. I'm sure they've got loads of demands that I've just been resolutely ignoring for a while. In fact, let's look at our nobles, shall we? The expedition leader requires... Actually, can we designate these as offices and whatnot before we actually have a... No, we can't. We have to wait for the furniture to actually turn up before we can start saying it's an office. There's someone there with a child. Oh, placing the chair. I thought they were just sitting there imagining the chair was already there. Oh, need a throne room or study. Holy cow, we need a door. That's not going to work without a door. BD. Oh, I built a bed in the doorway, that's why. Duh. X. Slated for removal because it is eminently in the wrong place. Should probably set up an animal training zone. We're starting to get enough dogs that training them up to be war dogs is going to be practical. Ooh, this one we can do. Throne room or study. There we go. Enter. Assign chair. It can go to our expedition leader, who I believe is our... oh, hang on. Auto allocate to expedition leader, broker, bookkeeper. I think they're actually the same person in this situation. Let's have a quick look. Sarvesh, Uthumvesh, and Trist. Sarvesh is the only one who's actually a noble, and they've been assigned this room, so we're all good. They have an office. Hopefully that means their requirements are met. Brilliant. That means they can do their job, whatever that is. Ah, nobles. You're so useless. Feels like this particular episode has crawled along. There's not been much in the way of exciting action. Oh, we've got a bedroom. Bed's coming in now, so we can also make it his bedroom. There we go. I'll make bedroom. Enter. Assign bed. Expedition leader. Boom. How do you like that? Got your own office. Got your own bed. You're the king. Well, you're not literally the king. Don't let that go to your head. Uh-oh. Looks like we've run out of stuff that we can cook. What about eggs? Come on. Surely there are eggs. We might not make it through the winter. That's a significant issue. Actually, we're making tons of beds, but no doors. So let's make doors again. Make... Actually, you know what? Just make doors. That'll do. That's true, we could throw them into magma, although I haven't yet delved deep enough for magma stuff to happen. Maybe I should actually start delving down a bit, do some mining. Oh look! My awesome moat is starting to fill up. Just the way I like it. Need a bit more rain though to actually make it worthwhile. It's still very shallow. Basically just paddling at this point. I don't know if it's probably gonna... this is the Iron Hand tile set Renderman 1981. Rendman, not Renderman. Duh. Excuse my stupidity. Actually, I could actually channel this pond into here as well. Let's do that. Let's get things filling up a little quicker. And there's that pond. No, that pond there doesn't actually stand too close to one. We'll leave it for now. Let's watch this get dug out because it's already been selected as an active task. Tum-ty-tum, here he comes. Come on, Urist, get you back into it. Urist von Diggy Dig. Diggy 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 diggy. Sorry, Buck. Okay, we can stop staring at that because I think we all know where it goes. It leads to a fully filled moat. Okay, these stone stockpiles are getting used up. Good. There's stuff growing here. That's good. What's growing? Caniwa. I don't even know what Caniwa is, but hopefully it won't be too bad. And we have no plump helmet seeds, I'll bet. Of course we don't. Why would we have plump helmet seeds? That would mean we'd managed our stocks of plump helmets well. And that's just not something I do very well. Indeed, I do it poorly. Extraordinarily poorly. I'm going to build another mechanics workshop because, no, that's a mason's workshop. A mechanics workshop is T. We'll put it here next to the Dwarf workshop. You don't particularly need it, but I would like to be able to decommission the one upstairs because we're starting to get it nice and clear up here. Room for other stuff to go in. Ah, similar to quinoa, or quinoa, depending on how you wish to actually pronounce it. No, Neuroxin, not yet. So far, so peaceful here. When I started to embark, we found some dingoes striding around here, and I'll admit, at first I was worried. I thought we've embarked with no weapons and no picks. We're going to get torn apart by dingoes. However, episode 1, somewhere around here, a cougar appears. One dwarf takes the initiative, punches it in the head, makes it vomit and cry, and then proceeds over the course of several days to beat it to death with his bare hands, although at some points being joined by others. Later on, the next episode, this black bear here was beaten so badly its nose flew off, and also it died. But the key thing is, my dwarves like to kill things with their bare hands. I have built some axes in the interim to try and dissuade them from fighting barehanded, but we'll see how that works. I'm not sure how the dwarves decide what they're going to pick up and what they're not. It's been selected. Yeah, I started with no picks. We took, on the advice of chat, I took ores and a little bit of coal and whatnot, and forged all my weapons on site for much, much cheaper. I could bring more sheep because of it. It's very cool. Oh, the farmer's workshop's been built. Let us begin to milk and shear animals. Shear animal, repeat. Spin thread, repeat. Milk animal, repeat. And make cheese, repeat. I've failed singularly to repeat any of those. There we go. And hopefully we should have a farmer who continually produces lovely cheese and lovely wool. Delightful. Well, lovely cheese and lovely cloth, yarn actually, or maybe cloth, I'm not sure. No, why would you need a loom if you had cloth being made at a farm workshop? Okay. Okay, I was complaining about things going slowly earlier, but it does look like we're starting to actually develop. We're getting everything inside. We can now build a finished goods stockpile, which I think is the last of the stockpiles upstairs to be brought down. Is that correct? Is that correct, scoundrel? He says to himself. X will de-designate this finished goods stockpile. And then, see what this is. What are you? Cloth. Well, we know we've got a cloth stockpile downstairs, so PX. That should be all the upstairs stockpiles, all the surface stockpiles de-designated, and hopefully that'll mean everyone will get underground and we can start thinking about proper fortress arrangement, and maybe even using some burrows next time when I haven't had anything to drink, perhaps, when I'm not 3 sheets to the wind and half cut again. That would make sense. What's the time? 11:15. Okay, we've still got a while. We can do it. Wow, that is hard. That's crazy, starting with nothing at all. That's got to be tough. I mean, I was only this wooden wall, which I've never built one of these before, is only here because I had to make something, so I couldn't dig down into the ground. But now I've done it, I feel it's quite a useful thing to have. I've never even dabbled with walls before, but now I see great virtue in them. A wall combined with the right kind of bridge will stop all sorts of attackers. I suppose, yeah, I suppose you do only really need the river to get fish out, and that's all your food, and some plants you can get other stuff with, yeah. I suppose you're all good. The weather's cleared, but my motor's not filled. More rain, please. Drench me, my friend. I'm interested to know, this is an unusual thought for me because I've actually started with the standard 3x3 embark site, and I nearly always start on a larger embark. And I was wondering how common that is. Do you guys start on larger embarks ever, or do you all stick with the vanilla sizings? I'm curious to know. I should build some step ladders as well, actually. I just realised we've been unable to efficiently harvest the fruit we've had in the orchards up the top. So, where are we? I know they're in here somewhere. Splint crutch, step ladder, there we go. Have a load of them, please. I don't find I get it to slow down until much later in the game. didn't want to try it for streaming. Actually, no. The warm-up fort I did was a 5x5 embark with the volcano and the river, and that didn't really crash much. There was one frightening moment where it nearly crashed, but I just got an i5. i5, I forget the speed, but it's only going to be like 2-3 gigahertz. Essentially, I paid 500 quid for my computer about 4 years ago, maybe a bit less. So figure out how good it is from that. It's nothing special. I didn't even build it. It's just an off-the-shelf wank wagon, but it works. That's all we need. My graphics card is CAC, but to be fair, Dwarf Fortress doesn't really use graphics cards, so I don't really have to worry about that when I'm streaming it. Oh, looks like we're getting up a nice supply of doors. Let's designate some more doors. Doors, 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 doors. There we go. Not quite sure why I did that, but I'm starting to worry quite a bit now about the fact that we've not had any migrants. At first I was devil may care, I had no worries. I didn't even give a damn that there were no migrants coming. But now we're short on hands. We need peeps, damn it. We need peeps. P, weapon stockpile. I'm going to make a miscellaneous stockpile room here. There's my weapon stockpile. We're going to put leather in here because I have not yet made any, so any we brought with us might can go in there. Wood refuse, fuse, stone gem, cloth, ammo. We haven't done any ammo stockpiles. Corpses. Do I want to really store corpses indoors? Doesn't seem like a good thing to do. That'll do for now. Oh, D, armour. I knew there was something else we hadn't stored for. There we go. That should be good. I should get into Linux. It makes only real sense to actually start using it because it does seem to be just a better way to be. It's just that most games, most big games, all want to run on Windows. Mind you, we'll see how Steam OS changes that. You never know. Oh yeah, that link there is Specs Marina's Dwarf Fort. Do check it out. We had a little look at it earlier. It's quite good. Right, where are we? Has everything been cleaned out from upstairs? Pretty much. Is this still a stockpile? It is. I don't need that. Get rid of the stone stockpile. That's unnecessarily presenting labours. There we go. What's in here? Coke, charcoal, silver, copper. Okay, so it's all bars and stuff. Just need them shifted downstairs and we're good. I probably should make a larger wood stockpile up here just to get everything in from outside. It is very, very limited what you can do with Linux at the moment, but I think the idea behind SteamOS is an interesting one. Like when they actually, if they can actually get it onto machines and get developers making games for it, then I think it could really be a very good thing. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. See, the thing about the Steam boxes is they're great, but at the moment they're just sort of branded pre-built PCs really, and you could just build your own PC and just install SteamOS, which, as I understand it, is actually available. I could be wrong. I could be terribly wrong, but I think SteamOS is something you can actually get now and install on a computer. feel free, anybody, to check that and see if I'm talking shit or not, because it is entirely possible, nay probable, that my words are but poop. Yeah, well, I mean, I think I heard Gabe Newell was talking, rather than having DirectX become more compatible with Linux, he was talking about making something that is the equivalent of DirectX, which works for Linux but will also work everywhere else. So rather than, you know, just getting them to come towards the mountain, take the mountain towards them, as it were. So this is what Dwarf Fortress does. You play it on Twitch, and in an environment where usually you will be presented with the most crass humour and terrible insults, you get a load of guys and girls, I don't know, I'm not making any assumptions about gender, but we get a load of people together all discussing Linux. I mean, come on, how often does that happen on Twitch? Thank you, Dwarf Fortress. Thank you. Well, thank you, Tarn Adams, I should say. Dwarf Fortress is not something that just created itself, is it? It needed a helping hand to exist. But it feels like it is a natural piece of the universe that would inevitably happen regardless. Even though it took a human hand to create it, it feels like if human hands had not, some other creature, not necessarily even a thinking beast, would have come along and managed to create it. And I'm not saying that it's easy, that's not why I'm saying that would happen, it's just like it's a base state in physics that must happen for a universe to be complete. That's true, most of the people using Linux are not 12. And most people who are playing Dwarf Fortress are not 12 as well, actually. I think you'll end up seeing an older group of people. Not that young people today, not that you know, kids can't play Dwarf Fortress. I'm sure it would be a great game to play, but I think perhaps only us older characters who have existed in the early days of computer graphics, when games, actually, to be fair, didn't even look this good. Maybe we're the ones who can stomach it better. Mind you, I think the underlying game here is strong enough to shine through. That's very true, he does seem very cool. I wouldn't mind having a beer at all with Tarn Adams. He looks very much like my friend Ben. I can't just imagine on YouTube a teens react to Dwarf Fortress video. And most of them just be sitting there going, yeah, alright, what is this? Come on. Something a bit more exciting, please. Give me AAA! Oh dear. There's something happening down there. Oh. Looks like the chair may not have only flattened my buttocks, it may also have caused a pocket of trapped gas, which is about to be expelled with potentially high volume. Please excuse me if my fart disturbs you. Well, that was nice and quiet, wasn't it? Probably shouldn't have bothered mentioning it before I did it. Could have gotten away with that totally. Never mind. Yeah, I don't think there's any reason why your sister wouldn't be able to actually do it. I just think it's not a difficulty thing necessarily. It's more of an attention thing, I think. Oh, someone's invited me to play Portal 2. They'll have to wait till later on when I play that with Warren, my son, because he's the Portal 2 nut in the house, and he wants to play co-op all the time. You don't have to be 12 years old to laugh at farts. They have an intrinsic humour of their own, an ageless humour. They make you guff for. In case anyone's confused by that, a guff is a colloquial term in the UK for a fart. and guffaw is a laugh. I think Minecraft is the sort of 3D Minecraft and Dwarf Fortress, I think, form the bedrock of a genre. This is like, these two games together have that kind of voxel world crafting and development exploration angle all sewn up. They are the foundation that all the other games that have come across since have been built on. If only we could make Tarn Adams a billionaire as well. That would be nice. Come on, Microsoft, make it rain. And also don't require any special things to be done that he doesn't want to do. Maybe this is going to a bad place. Maybe we shouldn't say that. I have to say, there are some very, very nice pieces of open source software out there. When I started streaming, my original intention was that I would be doing a lot of 3D modelling using a program called Blender, because at the time I was heavily into using Unity and Blender and stuff, and like starting to rudimentarily make my own game, which is a lot harder than I imagined, but doable. It's just I don't really have the time to invest in it, so I figured I'd just stream games. But Blender is an open source free piece of software that is absolutely bloody amazing, really good high quality 3D modelling, and if you want to learn how to do that kind of thing and you don't want to splash out hundreds or thousands of pounds on professional software, then just go get Blender and play with it. There's tutorials galore on YouTube, pardon me, and it's very rewarding when you actually start to master it. It's not Dwarf Fortress rewarding, of course, it's a different kind of reward. But it is rewarding. Let's get some of these beds placed. Must be starting to stack up now. Yep, we've run out of beds. Okay, they're not stacking up that quickly. Can we build doors? Yes, we can build doors. We use the mouse, of course, because that would be much quicker. Whoa, actually got quite a few doors. More doors than we got beds for sure. Oh, there we go, run out of doors. Good, good. Star Citizen is a really interesting one because if you look at the brief for what they're making, the overall vision, it's like, yes, this is the game, but they've set themselves such an epic task that you wonder how far they're actually going to manage to get the whole larger meta game made and working and balanced. But yeah, I'm sure they'll manage a really nice dogfighting simulator and probably good spaceship combat, but we'll have to see. You know, I'm very keen to find out what happens with that. Very, very keen. And I would like to believe that if this game had been put forward as a crowdfunding candidate in the same manner, it would have received similar lavish attention from the world. But you know, I would probably not be willing to risk, if it was me making this game and making the decision about whether to do that kind of thing, I don't think I would risk it, because it would be, if that fails, I don't know, it just seems like it could be worse than not having tried it and just kept going, because I think he makes a fair living off of this at the moment, and that's all good. And if maybe if that doesn't happen, a Kickstarter would be good, and maybe he'll end up with millions upon millions of dollars. But to be fair, from what I understand, he's never really expressed a desire to expand his team and bring other people on, and because I imagine he gets offers to work on this all the time. There's probably billions of programmers just salivating over it, going, "Oh God, I want to work on this project." But maybe they do get opportunities. Maybe he says, "Yeah, sure, fine. Here's the code base," and then they all go, "No, it's too complicated for me." That's entirely possible. Magnetite. things are still looking pretty quiet out here. The wildlife situation has definitely died down. Maybe the bare-fisted beatings really did send a message to the local flora and fauna saying, stay away from this fortress. They will punch you till you vomit and then carry on till you die. Which is certainly a brutal way to go. I know I can think of ways I would rather die than being beaten to death over the course of a month. I mean, ideally, not at all, really. Let's just get that out in the open. Okay, well, we've had no complaints about the dwarves not having food or drink, so perhaps we had enough built up. Oh, hello, brew drink from fruit. Yes, please. And also, I want you to brew drink from plants. Suddenly, we've hit a boom season. Everything's possible. And we're going to extract. No, we're not going to extract. And we can't make mead. We don't have any honey. I haven't presented the world with bees yet. I haven't tried that No Moria. How similar is it to Dwarf Fortress? Is it a worthy competitor or? Sorry, yeah, Plastic Soda. I'm just going back up the chat the wrong way. You're right. Keeping the team small, keeping it just to him, keeps the vision intact, I think. And I mean, very clearly, he knows what he's doing. I mean, obviously, he said that the game could be still being made in 20 years, but I mean, it's already a master-crafted gem of a game. And to do so without like even considering like serious graphics and stuff like that, just to build it from pure systems. Well, it's the hard way to do a game, I think, but a worthwhile one, certainly. And this guy, he's got the dedication, quite clearly got the dedication to make it work. Multi-core processing would speed things up a bit, but what can you do? It's a shame the JC experience isn't here. He would tell you all about multi-core processing. He'd love this conversation. Oh well, he'll see it in YouTube. He'll be fine. I have seen people talking about RimWorld, but I have yet to actually engage at any length with it. It seems like a very interesting, very, very deep game. Like, it seems very informed by Dwarf Fortress. It's like they've decided to go for a sort of sci-fi Dwarf Fortress, as it were, off in space, but or on planets rather. But not that this isn't on a planet. Of course, this is on a planet, unless it's just. Let's just not go down that road. I had too many beers to start thinking about the nature of the world and things. Okay, I seem to have reached a sort of calm moment here. No, we're not getting any migrants, but things are getting decommissioned upstairs. All the stuff's coming downstairs. It doesn't look like we've done any kind of farming yet. Let's have a quick look. Those tasks are all still there, but I don't think anyone's actually been set to be the farmer. And if they have, they're probably busy with the fields. Quick look down here. Nothing growing at the moment. We've run out of quinoa seeds. Maybe we should move to cabbages, chicory, parsnip plants, rotweed. I've got to stop mispronouncing everything. We'll ignore it for now. Oop, I accidentally hit F1 then. What about our plump helmet fields? Anything growing there? Oh, we're out of plump helmets. What are we gonna do? That does sound interesting, yeah, because I know I don't really know enough about RimWorld, because again, I looked at the graphics and went, oh yeah, it's very simple. I'll have to give it more of an examination to get an idea of the systems at play. But then I went and played Dwarf Fortress. I still haven't even got round to giving Prison Architect enough time, and I bought that ages ago, and it's nearly released. The early access period's nearly completely over. Ah, the dwarf world is flat. King the Space Disco Cop. Nice name. Works for me. I just didn't see who followed there. What a tart. I should let me have a quick look over here on my notification widgets. That will tell me who did. It was King the Space Disco Corp. I just called you out for having a cool name, and you were the one who followed. Well, thank you very much for that. Much appreciated. Of course, anyone who's thinking about it, don't be shy at tickling that follow button. I'll be most chuffed to have you follow. Okay. If anyone is annoyed by the fact that I've been a little bit slow to act on this one and maybe a little bit too boozy, I do apologise, but we'll be back to a sober fort on Monday, no problem. And who knows, if I find time during the week, spoiler, probably won't, sorry, the weekend, not the week, I may well stream again. We shall see. I don't know what to do. I'm spoilt for choice. I'm kind of paralysed by a lack of manpower, but also sort of sitting here thinking, well, where to go next? I've got all these workshops that I've got in place that I can't actually operate because I don't have the people to operate them. A Warhammer 40k mod? I haven't seen that actually. I see, so I've got cyberpunky, like, what was that road? There was a game, Dwarf Fortress, not Dwarf Fortress, White Dwarf, episode, or issue 90 something, had a game in it, or like a scenario for a game, where, what's going on? They're having a party, I'll ignore it. A scenario for a game where the premise is you're driving in cars on a sort of futuristic cyberpunk highway, having like road battles and whatnot, and then stopping off in cities and getting cyber eyes put in and whatnot. I can't remember the name of the damn game. That was it might not have been Games Workshop. Back in the day, White Dwarf wasn't actually a Games Workshop only magazine. Is White Dwarf even still a thing? I haven't bought that for donkey's years. Not since Games Workshop decided to go absolutely outrageous on the level of fleecing that they were doing for their little plastic figures. I mean, maybe I'm being unfair and criticising them, but they do seem awfully expensive. Sober? Oh, silly Viking. If only we could find out. But right now, I'm in no situation to actually do that. I can't explain the concept of sober when I'm not. I normally am. The reason I'm a little bit foggy with the booze after only 2 pints is because I don't actually drink that much. I'm not used to it. But Base on Mars invited me out up in London, and we went uptown and did London things and drank London booze. And he knows I'm going to say this, but at London prices. Couldn't resist. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, especially when realistically you could play that game with just markers, any old tokens, as long as you know what they are and you've got it marked up. You can play Warhammer Tabletop and Warhammer 40k without the models. But then, you know, what is it about Warhammer and Warhammer 40k that really sells it? It's the artwork, it's how it looks, the shape of a Space Marine's helmet, ooh, the shape of the shape of their orcs. How the hell World of Warcraft got away without a copyright? Games Workshop have been awfully liberal with their copyright infringement suits and legal proceedings, but they never thought to look at Blizzard and go, wait a minute, those orcs look awfully familiar. In fact, a lot of this looks awfully familiar. What, could we have a bit of this money, please? But then, you know, apparently they'd rather sue small German teams of filmmakers for making fan films. Insane. Insane. Mind you, maybe they only noticed after Blizzard had made their billions, making it probably suicidal to sue them. Dementrium, it probably took me ages to figure out what I was doing with Dwarf Fortress. I had to watch a lot of tutorial videos before I really started to grok it, and even now I'm only up to a certain level of competence. You may have noticed I've basically done nothing except talk for the last few minutes, as I'm kind of waiting for migrants to show up. But I don't have the fort value to attract them. That's the problem, and I don't have the hands on deck to produce the extra value needed. Maybe I could start engraving some stuff. I should probably invest in a graveyard, because people are going to start dying soon, I'm convinced. Asmel Intonzim has created a masterpiece jet door, which is of course made of jet, not the door from a jet. That would be crazy. Oh, Random Barbaris. How can that happen to somebody? A corrupted game. It's the end. That's true. There's probably such a complicated web of copyright and inspiration going on that it's probably not worth suing in the fantasy game space. Gems. Ah, that's a good idea. To whom Misairu? I'm going to call you Tuhu for now, until you berate me for doing so. Would I say it was worth it to learn it? Oh yeah, because it was enjoyable. Every time a fort fails, you kind of go, oh, I've got to avoid that, and then you quickly hop on, look at a tutorial or read something and go, that's how you avoid against that. And then you set your fort up, the next fort up, ready to defend against whatever brought you down last time, and something totally different will happen until eventually... I mean, I've never even breached an aquifer. I've been playing this since the year it came out in 2006. Admittedly, 2 of those years I didn't really play it, but I still haven't breached an aquifer. I've barely touched on magma. I've not even gone deep enough to find candy. Well, I found candy, but I haven't found the super special fun. So maybe I should do that. Not now though, this fortress is proceeding okay. Toho. Murph Avenger, good evening. Pleased to see you. Toho Misairu. Toho Misairu. Ah, that sounds fairly Japanese, I get it. Sort of. I think it's probably a character from an anime. Don't regret your name, own it. That's what you gotta do. You gotta seize the day. Carpe diem. Well, they've certainly been the bane of mine. I never turn them off because I always sort of like think, oh, maybe I'll want to try one, and then I end up looking for places that don't have aquifers. Or if you do, handy hint, try and find places next to mountains, because the aquifer usually doesn't go under the mountain, and you can use the mountain to dig down past the aquifer. Very good.
The dwarves have organized a party.
They're partying an awful lot, these dwarves. It's because they're all idling. It's because I've been paying more attention to the chat than my dwarves. Oh, we've been filling up these stockpiles though. Right, let me pause. All these idling dwarves need some kind of mega project, and I note that it's getting close to midnight, and I'm going to have to stop playing in a little while because I've got to get up in the morning with the kids. So I'm going to need my sleep. Let's quickly check to see if there's anything I can set going. No, let's leave the fort and we'll have a quick wind down discussion of what's happened, and then I'll pick up afresh next time, and hopefully without the beers befuddling my judgment, I'll be able to do more exciting and profound things in Dwarf Fortress other than waffle. So without further ado, let's save the game and say goodbye to the YouTubers, because I'm going to stop recording for them. Thank you for watching, YouTubers. Like, subscribe, all that exciting stuff, and come to the Twitch channel and check out my other social media links. I'm on Reddit, Twitter, all these crazy places. It's so much fun. Anyway, bye. See you later. See you. Bye.